So this Mercedes is right next to me here. I swear that's got to be a two-stroke. I'm going to slow down a little bit, maybe get him to come up there. It's got to be a two-stroke. As noisy as that thing is. Cool. Alright, so our old flag is shot. And I just haven't had the time to go up and change it, but my dad's gone in for surgery on Tuesday, and I want him to see that I've changed the flag before we go. Yeah, so I've got a new flag. I think that one there was like a, I don't remember what size that one was, but we got a bigger flag. Big one. This is an 8x12. It might be a little too big for the pole, but we're going to stick it up there anyway, and everybody will be able to see that thing. Woo! Anyway, I thought Tim would have had it changed by now, but he's been in here goofing off. And my job today is to get this seed in the ground. We got a replant business going on. We had ground that was just slightly too wet when I planted, and it hasn't rained in over, well, we're looking at 6 weeks now. 6 weeks. It was May 1st, and it's 5.5 weeks now, so we haven't had anything until, well, yesterday we had a little bit of a shower that didn't amount to anything. But we really have to get this, got to get this corn in the ground, because tomorrow we're supposed to actually have rain. And I need to get it in the ground so that it gets up out of the ground and then, you know, produces something. So Tim's going to take that up. I'll go up with the flag. All right, so what a struggle this is. Dry, 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 dry. So dry that this corn is not emerging quite the way it should. I am not happy with it, but when you dig down, you'll see the kernels. They got a root on them, or a sprout on them that's 2 inches. They didn't have enough moisture to come through. So you look here like this, right in here, and it just got rain right in the slot here. Here it is. See? That's corn. So this is a pain in the ass, because I'm going to have this multi-stage emergence. Because not only is there one here, obviously there's going to be one here, and then you come over here, and then you'll probably see another one right there, and there's another one there, which is going to impact the yield in a negative way. Maybe. Who the hell knows? But this is a very dry knoll. You get down into the, yeah, I'll get over the edge here. It's very dry here. But, yeah, you can see them. So I think I'm going to tweak my planting green situation this coming year. Yeah, I'm already talking about next year, right? It's like, oh, you haven't even gotten through this year. What about next year? Well, next year is already on the radar. That seed is down there, right? And it's just, where the hell is it? Here it is. So it was so dry that it actually started to wilt back. And here's another one right there, wilted back. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put nitrogen on sooner and then kill it sooner, about a week before I plant, put the secret sauce down, and go from there, especially on these drier places. You get out here where there's moisture, and this spray doesn't even work. I mean, the glyphosate doesn't even work when, I mean, I'm pleased with what I'm seeing. You're not able to see what I'm seeing because the camera doesn't pick it up as good. But you get, you know, it's all here. You can see it. But you see a lot of other green, which detracts from what I'm seeing through the camera lens. It's just, I need to hire some help when I'm planting, because there's just so much to do in such a short amount of time, and it's just me and my wife and Timothy, that I can't do it all. And getting seasonal help is not, it's not easy. You know, you hire somebody for the planting season, you know, you got them literally a month and a half or 2 months. Nobody wants to work for 2 months. Well, nobody wants to work, period. but they don't want to work for that short 2-month window. But this is the driest part of the field, is this part here, this field here. This is 48 acres, I guess. But this part of this field is very dry. There's another knoll there that's very dry, but the soil here is pretty deep, but it dries out. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. The glyphosate doesn't want to work because the plants have to actively be growing. And if you get to here where she went over it twice, you can see the rows. But it's the same situation. Sprouted, not sprouted plants. Oh, what a pain in the ass. I'm not going to replant it. It'll be fine, especially if we keep getting rain, but that's that. All right, it's just Sasquatch cam. Homer Simpson over there.
I'm not
So Tim is beating and abusing the John Deere mower. All right, so I may as well explain what's going on here a little bit. Getting ready to bale, make hay for the season. Tim was supposed to clean this all up, but he didn't. Anyway, he went to Deere John the other day and got a bunch of parts ordered because they don't stock anything anymore for some stupid reason. Yeah, good for 1 year tires are doing their good for 1 year thing, splitting in the sidewalls. So these tires are going to have to be replaced. But what has happened to the mower? We've changed the oil in the. There's a gearbox. Hey, that gear, Tim.
Yeah.
The gearbox that's under there. Did you pull that apart yet? Did you pull that?
No, I did not.
Okay, so we got to change the oil in that gearbox as well. Changing oil in gearboxes and drivetrains just because it needs to be done. He's done the engine work. This has been really cleaned up nicely. There's a, he just getting ready for the summer. We haven't made any hay yet. I'm not interested in making hay just yet, but this here was broken. Someone backed up after getting stuck in the mud. I'm not going to say who it was, but they backed up after getting stuck in the mud, hooked a train to it. That gouged into the ground and bent the hell out of the forming parts for this unit. So that's what's happening. I had to order a new one of these seals here because this seal is shot. That seal, this little piece of shit right here, is almost $300 for this. For that. I didn't order this one because I didn't do it. That one starts to get rotten in here, so I think I'm just going to glue it fast. I'll glue it fast on the bottom so that it seals back up again. This thing, I bought it new in, what the hell year was it? 2015, spring of 2015, and there are a few things that are bad on it, like this little rubber doodad here. There's supposed to be 6 of those things, and I don't know why, but there's this one here. I might just move it from here to here because it's punching a hole through the thing. Or I'll add both of them. I'm not sure, but that has to be worked on. What else is in here? There might be a couple of them in here. I don't know. That's magnetic, so no, it's not going to be there. But, yeah, that thing says there's 3 and on each side, and I'm only seeing the 2. But, whatever. Anyways, I bought 6 of them, and they're supposed to be coming, and if you don't have them, they just make a mess out of things. The other thing with this was the filters. This filter, this cartridge filter that goes in here, comes in a kit, and it's very difficult to find this particular filter. I sent Teresa out. You don't need to stop working just because I'm talking, do you? Huh? Unless you want to be a part of the conversation. Tim got violent to it. You don't need that part off of there because...
I know, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Just flimsy tin, really. Till you get it all shored up, and then it's fine. But man, whatever. Oh, where was I at? Yeah, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, these rubber things. When they all go bad, then the door doesn't shut correctly. It starts to wear there. That one there. This one here is different. So there's still only 2. Of course, there's a seal between there. I don't see any others, but whatever. So I'm going to have 6 instead of just the 4. And if I can put them in other places, then I will, just to add that bump stop. They're calling them bumpers. They're bump stops. These hoods are very expensive. They're thousands of dollars each, and you just don't want them to get beat up. But, yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm going to shut my mouth and get on with whatever it is I'm going to be doing here. It is raining, by the way. We're supposed to get up to 2/10 of an inch of rain today. That'll give us a total for the week so far 1 inch and 3/10. So, I don't know. It might be more, it might be less. We were supposed to get thunder and lightning and hail and all sorts of stuff, but that's not happening now. At least not right now. What?
Oh, just a different size and bolts.
What do you mean? Well,
No,
these
they're-
machine nuts, you should use these over those.
Yeah, but most of them sheared off and broke.
Alright. Well, whatever. Whatever you got, you got. Anyway, yeah. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, I checked corn today. Looks pretty good. Got some issues that I cannot fix, but, you know, whatever. I don't need to fix them. It's not that I can't fix them. It's just that they're not worth fixing. I had one row where it was a broken spring on the row unit, and of course I didn't catch it. It's 24 rows, and I got skips across the field. But whatever. It's like one of those things. You just can't win them all. Good morning. I'm figuring I'd just end this video with a simple hello. How you doing? How you been? And we're going to talk about just briefly. You don't have to listen to this if you don't want to. It's fine. I don't really give a damn because I'm not in it for the money. And I've said this probably 100 times already. You know, when I started YouTube, I just wanted to educate people on how an actual farm worked. How an actual farm worked. We went from milking cows to multiple different crops, from corn, soybeans, and hay to all hay. Now we're back to multiple crops like wheat, soybeans, and corn. And I really have never changed what I do. I've matured. I don't blow stuff up anymore because YouTube won't allow it. I don't shoot anything anymore because YouTube won't allow it. I don't fly my airplanes anymore because I just don't have the time to do that. Thinking about getting back into it for William's sake. Timothy flies. He's actually going out to Flight Fest. If you watch Flight Test, you'll see, you know, that they do once a year. They do a Flight Fest. So that's what they do. And, you know, so those sorts of things have changed out of necessity. But the one thing that hasn't changed in this channel is that I continue to show what I'm doing and how I'm evolving as a farmer and trying different things instead of just filing in line like everybody else that's doing these videos on YouTube. And then you have the influencers. So what I am is I'm a YouTuber. I'm an actual farmer that makes YouTube videos. I monetize. I do not take sponsorships or anything like that. I am owned by no one. I am owned by no one. When you know, sometime around 2015, 16, that's when the influencer thing really started to kick in. Because you can't have something that is pure, like a guy with a video camera that goes around and shows what he's doing on a daily or weekly basis, and people want to watch. They want to be sold something. We are programmed into selling something or watching someone with something new and getting this false perception that it is the best of the best of the best of the best, and it's on my farm, so it should be on your farm. If you're watching those channels, that's what you are wanting to be sold something. The pureness of YouTube has been corrupted by advertisers, and the pureness of the creator has been corrupted by those advertisers as well. You will find that there is a certain way that they act, that they have to act, because if they don't act that certain way, then they will not get the sponsorships and the advertising deals and all this stuff. They're basically actors on YouTube or other forms of it, and I'm not naming names because they're good people. They just fell for the BS, and and of course, money talks and bullshit walks. Now, I value other things over money, like my sanity. I don't have to sit down with this pen and paper and write out, okay, so today I'm going to be doing my WD-40 skit. Oh, shit, tomorrow I said the S word. Uh-oh, got to edit that out. Which is all done by editors anyway, whether it's their wives, sisters, or a paid editor. I thought about doing paid editing, and giving them a percentage of the content, but then it would be a production. It wouldn't be natural. It wouldn't be this fluid film that you're watching, and it's that simple. No, I'm not like everybody else. I never claim to be. I don't want to fall in line. I am a bit of a rebel. I do use profanity at times. Sometimes it's too much. I've been told that I am a foul, selfish, self-centered individual, which I am not. I'm a very loving, caring person. And not that it matters to anybody else out there. It matters to me. I don't care if you like me or not, really. I'm from the generation of X, where I really don't care about your feelings. I don't. I have feelings as well, and if you hurt my feelings, I no longer associate with you. I have nothing to do with you because I don't have to come on here and bash people. I can overcome a hatred or a dislike for a person, and that even goes down to the farming life. The Farming Life channel, me and him actually had a real feud, and it cost me subscriptions, and it cost him subscriptions, and we've made up. I talk to him every once in a while. Once in a while, he'll send me a photograph of what he's doing, and I'll respond in kind. And, it's just part of being a human being. You can look past your differences and overcome them and maybe find some common ground. Our common ground is the love of farming. And he has a love of his family. And I also have those things. So whether his approach to farming is what I would do, I'm sure my approach to farming is not something that he would do. He is very different from me. But we overcame our differences, and we actually met up 2 years ago and looked at a New Holland baler together up at Messick's, and I enjoyed my time with him. He's all right in my book. And I think that's what a lot of YouTube could be. Instead of just bashing and hating or selling something, let it be fluid. Have a disagreement. Have an argument. Tell somebody off. It's okay. Feelings can be, you can correct your feelings towards somebody. Just find something common and good in them. And if you're watching this to this point, just remember that the guy that is doing this job this video work for his entertainment and, possibly yours, instead of just pure money. Those are the people that you should be watching and supporting. I'm not saying don't watch the other guys and support them. Just don't expect a guy like me or the Farming Life, and he does have some paid stuff going on, and that's fine. I don't care. It's what he wants to do. But if you look at Farm All Fanatic, he doesn't get paid shit. He doesn't do anything other than what I do. And what our in common is? We love farming, and he's Gen X. He doesn't really care to go out and, sell something. Oh, I have to sell this. Oh, Case is going to give me this, or John Deere's lending me that, or, Diegelman is doing this, and Massey Ferguson's doing that. You don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. We don't care. We're farmers with a video camera. We put them out there for people's pure enjoyment. And when we no longer enjoy putting these things up, we won't do it anymore. We won't. I won't. I've actually thought about this quite extensively in the last couple of months. Like, what am I doing with this camera? All right, I haven't really videotaped a lot, and I haven't done really the things that I'd like to do. I'd like to do some shock and awe stuff, I'd like to go out and shoot something, blow something up, just go back to the grassroots of what YouTube used to be. What it is today, it's channel 29, when you were a kid. That's all it is. I mean, I'm freaking Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote's my wife. You know, that's just what it is. And it used to be so pure, and now it's just corrupt like the rest of everything. Because if you are not an influencer, you're just a creator, you don't get the spotlight that you did 10 years ago. You just don't, you know. I mean, Whale and Wire's old iron, builds cars out of junk, builds trucks, cars out of junk. Well, they're trucks. He uses trucks. R. Peak plays banjos, built a car, Rat Rod. He fixes old stuff. Not a very good welder, but he glues stuff together. Has a great time with it. You can go see him rake rocks, play banjos, fix cars, and build engines and stuff in his garage. He's like the original shade tree mechanic. He is a generation ahead of me. You know, he's a boomer. The same thing with Whale and Wire's old iron. They're boomers, but they're pure. They're not in it for the money. They're in it for the entertainment. And they each had something different in their minds that they wanted to portray out here on the interwebs for people to see. And it hasn't changed. And that's what I like about these older channels, or the channels that I watch today. I don't watch Welkers anymore. I don't watch Millennial Farmer anymore. I don't watch Cole the Corn Star anymore. I don't watch any, and I never really did watch these guys. I mean, I used to watch them, but it's not pure. It's not fluid. It's not, you know, heat of the moment. There's not a foul word ever used in any of these channels, which I am probably the foulest of these. But I'm unfiltered, unfettered, and I just don't give a damn if you don't like it or not. But anyways, with that being said, I'm just going to post this right up here, and I hope you enjoyed this video, because if you didn't, well, have a nice day.